I don't know why it does that now, but we are recording. I think it's just to let you know. Okay, so, oh yeah, and then it asked me, all right, security features. Thanks, Zoom. Okay, first things first, let's just take a second, march into your feet a little bit, kind of smush your feet around and just notice how your feet feel. The first 2 minutes are going to be a little bit of balance or it's single leg work. So if you feel like standing on one foot is just going to be a disaster, maybe just have a handhold on a wall so that you can just kind of get that little support team. So first things first, we're just going to start by imagine that you're trying to reach for something with your toe. Like you can't move the rest of your body, but you're just going to try and pick it up with your toe and bring it back to you. And then reach out to the side, pick it up with your toe and slide it in, bring it back to you. Reach behind you, find whatever it is and bring it back to you. And now out to the side behind you, pull it in, and then out to the side in front of you and pull it in. And don't worry about what your shape looks like. Just worry about a little bend in the knee to reach, press your toe to the floor, pull it in, a little bend to the knee, reach, press your toe to the floor, pull it in, reach behind you, press your toe to the floor, pull it in, reach behind you but across and pull it in, and then reach in front of you and pull it in. Nice. So we're just going to stay with that leg. We got 30 more seconds. So we bend and reach, bend and reach, bend and reach. Take it behind you and across. Take it in front of you and across. 16 more seconds to go on this leg. And time. Nice. Woo! Shake out your standing leg. I felt that right away. All right, so we got to take that over to the other leg. So we're going to bend the standing leg, reach, pick up, let's say a piece of paper with your toe, slide it in, out to the side, pull it in, behind you, pull it in, cross behind, pull it in, cross in front, and pull it in. Nice. So we're working a little bit of balance, a little core stability, and just a little bit of movement out of the hips and the legs. And take it nice and slow so you can really just start to get your body warmed up. Nice. And it's a little harder than it looks. 5 more seconds. You got this. And time. Okay, mush out your feet. Take your arms out to the sides. And we're just going to draw some small circles while we march our feet out. Go in one direction. Pick up the pace just a little bit if it feels good, or slow it down, especially if you're hearing any clicking or your shoulders need just a little extra attention. We got 5 more seconds in this direction. And then go the other way, circling around, going as slow or as fast as feels good, and just marching through your feet to give your ankles and your feet a little love after that balance work. 10 seconds left. And time. Nice work. Grab a light set of weights. All right, so we're going to find a nice wide stance and we're going to start some uppercuts with a little swivel of the hips. So as I uppercut with my right hand, my right knee, my right hip, pivot with me and my heel comes up. So we're going to uppercut as we swivel our feet and move our hips. Now, if you're having SI stuff and swiveling the hips right now is not good for you, then you're just going to stay with a more of a horse stance, sink your butt down, throw your uppercuts just straight out from the shoulder. But if moving your hips, moving your knees, moving your feet is in your wheelhouse this morning. Let everything move. Punching up like you're punching up towards somebody's chin. Nice. Get your heart rate up just a little bit. We got 20 seconds left. And then notice here, as you start to get your heart rate up just a little bit, can you keep breathing in and out through your nose? And time, beautiful work. Okay, we're gonna stay with a wider stance, but now turn your toes out to the left and to the right. Arms are gonna come down, palms facing in. We're gonna sink into a squat, pull the weights up to the chin, press forward, lower them nice and long with control. So we come down, pull the weights to the chin, press them forward, lower with control. We got 1 minute on the clock. You're gonna work that at your pace. So if your shoulders are a little bit mischievous this morning, go slower, leave the weights off. But if everything's feeling good, pick up the pace just a little bit, especially if you're using lighter weights. If you're using heavy weights, just be super mindful and make sure you're staying safe in your shoulders. Nice. All right, now for this next 30 seconds, if you can, reverse directions. So we'll raise the arms up, pull them to the chest, and press down as we stand up. Yes. And time, nice. Okay, now we're gonna stay with that wide stance, but put one weight down. We're gonna stay in that nice low squatted position. We're gonna figure 8 pass the weight under your thighs, one to each side, pass it twice around your center, and then take the weight and go in the other direction. So you have to pay a little bit of attention to which direction you're going, pass it twice around your center, and then reverse your figure 8s again. We got 1 minute on the clock. We're staying low in our squat. Mindful that you're just getting a good handhold on that weight so you don't drop it on your toes. Nice. "20 seconds left. You got this. Keep that squat. Don't let that butt come up too much." Ooh, I almost lost my weight. And there you have it. That's why you slow down just a little bit so you can pay attention to your handhold. And time. Nice work. Come up, shake those legs out, and just move your weights off a little bit so you have room to work down the length of your mat. So we're going to just start a little bit of a side to side. In dance, we call this chasse, which means to chase, but one foot basically chases the other. So we're going to get a little hop side to side maneuver. Go at your own pace. If that feels like too much, keep a light bend in your knees. Pump your arms a little bit so your heart rate does come up, but you don't have to effort so much in that knee, in the knee category, if bouncing like that is no good for you. But if bouncing is good for you, take it at a nice vigorous pace. Let your heart rate get up a little bit. "15 seconds left. As slow or as fast as you like, as focused or as wild as you like. Just make sure you're doing the thing that's right for you this morning. 2 seconds left. And whoo, time. All right. While our heart rate's up, Sink into a little squat, come up, stay with the right leg. Right leg lifts back, set it down. Into your squat, come up, right leg lifts back, set it down. Nice, we got 1 minute on the clock. You're gonna work this at your pace. You're gonna set your butt down and back and just lift the right leg. We'll move on to the left leg for the next minute. Already halfway there on this side. Now, if you feel like this isn't quite enough work for you, grab your weights, load them at your shoulders, keep them there. We squat nice and low and lift the right leg back. 10 seconds left here. And time, nice. Keep with that squat. Switch to the other side. Left leg is gonna reach back. Beautiful. Watch your belly and just think about as you sink into that squat, holding your abdominal muscles in so we keep a nice firmness in our center, helping protect the low back and just using our whole core to help move our body into that squat and keep a nice posture as we lift the back leg. We got 13 seconds left. You got this. And time, nice work. Okay, the next two are our fun, weird, and funky ones. Just a little bit more functional movement. Step your feet nice and wide, toes turned out to the left and to the right slightly. Hands are gonna come down onto the ground. We're gonna shift our weight forward, push our weight back, let the hands lift. Shift your weight forward, push your weight back, let the hands lift. Now that's the starter position. And then if you wanna go further, you're gonna let your weight come forward, jump the feet up and come back. Lean forward, jump and come back. If you don't want that jump, you're just gonna lean forward, push off, let the hands lift, lean forward, push off, let the hands lift. Nice. Or lean forward, jump, and then come back up, jump, and come back up. Whichever one works better for your body this morning. We've got 24 seconds left. You got this. Ten seconds left. And time, nice work. Come up, just give your hips a little wiggle out. We're gonna turn sideways. So again, we wanna make sure that our mat is clear, but we're gonna come down into a low position, whatever that means to you. Step one leg way out, stay low, come all the way over to the other side, bring that foot in, stand all the way up. Come down to the ground, send one leg out, walk yourself over and across, slide that leg in, and rise up. You got it, simple as that. It doesn't need to look like anything in particular. We just wanna stay low, shift our body weight side to side, and then rise right back up. Nice, you guys. Beautiful. You're already halfway there. Ten seconds left. And time, nice work. Okay, move your weights kind of to the end of your mat just so you'll grab them later when we get to our chest press. And then we're gonna come down onto all fours. Whew, those primitive movements, those are the ones that get me the most. They really work my whole center. All right, so come down on elbows and forearms so we have a little bit of a lopsided table. We're gonna stick with the right leg, reach the leg out, turn the toes out slightly, and keep it just like that. Then we're gonna keep the leg turned out, pull the knee in, press the heel out. Stay with that leg. We got 1 minute on the clock. We pull the knee in towards the back of the elbow, press out. If you can, firm up your belly, broaden your shoulders just a little bit so we stay firm in our center. And then imagine that you're pressing your heel into something super thick. So you work the heel all the way out. Feel that nice action in your glutes. We got 30 seconds left. Nice, Karen, that looks beautiful. Yes, Judy, that's perfect. Ten seconds left on this side, you got it. And time, beautiful, bring that leg down and we're gonna switch sides. So left leg is gonna kick out, turn the toes out to the left, pull the knee to the elbow, press the leg out. Keep your shoulders broad, belly firm, so we're not wobbling all over the place. We're just moving out from the hip and the leg is doing most of the movement here. Nice, you guys, you're already halfway there. And time, beautiful, bring that knee down, come into a high kneel position. We're gonna send one leg out to the side, hands are gonna come behind the head. We're gonna press the head into the hand into the head, and we're gonna take a little side bend, lean big into the leg that's extended, and then just slightly away, right to the point where you feel like you would tip over. So keep it nice and controlled. Big bend to one side, small bend to the other. Keep pressing your head into your hand, your hands into your head. So you keep that nice, good posture. And time, nice. Relax your arms for a second, switch sides. So we're gonna slide that one leg in, send the other leg out, and then right back to it. Hands behind the head. We side bend as we press our head into our hands, hands into our head so we keep a nice resistance. Maintain that nice posture and really find that work in the side body muscles. Twenty seconds left. Nice work, you guys. That looks great. And time. Beautiful. Release your hands from your head. We're going to flip over onto our back, moving into our chest press. So we want to have our weights available to us. Lower onto your back. Weights at the chest, elbows nice and wide. Just make sure your back feels comfortable, tailbone feels good. And we're pressing straight up to the ceiling and lowering with control. And then just depending on how heavy your weights are, we'll just tell you how fast or slow you need to go. We want to make sure that we are controlling the motion up and controlling it as we come down. So nice, even work going up and going down. And then if you're working with lighter weights, once you really feel like everything is working in the right way, pick up the pace. If you're working with heavier weights, keep it a little slower, a little bit more mindful, and just pay attention, make sure everything feels good in the shoulders. You got 5 seconds left. You got this. And time. Nice work. Lower those weights down, put them off to the side, just a little out of your way. We're going to pull the knees up into a tabletop position just to get ourselves lined up. Drop the knees over to the right. Let them come all the way down. Now we're going to keep with this twisted position. So right hand is just going to sort of anchor the legs down. Left hand is going to come behind the head and we're going to crunch here. So we're going to lift the shoulder, squeezing it up towards the hip and then lower it with control. So we're working a crunch in the side body using our right hand as an anchor, but we don't want to pull ourselves up. We want the abdominal muscles, these oblique muscles to help do the work. So think about if you need a little bit of extra focus on the left side, think about pressing your head into your hand as you come up and come down, and not so much about pressing your right hand into the thighs or pulling yourself up. So really squeeze those side body muscles. You got it. Nice work, you guys. And time. Nice work. Lower your head down, pull your knees to center, maybe pull them into your chest, get a little squeeze, a little stretch, and then we're going to take it to the other side. So tabletop knees, drop them over to the left. Get your position first, hand behind the head, hand to the thighs to just help anchor those thighs down. And we're crunching the side body. So think about bringing your right shoulder in towards your right hip, squeeze in at the side body, and don't think about pulling your thigh towards you so much as just allowing your thigh to hand to press your thighs down. "15 seconds left. You got this." And time. Beautiful. Release your hand from your head, flip back over onto your back side. From here, we're going to take the legs up towards the sky, a little micro bend if that works better for your legs. We're going to take the legs out nice and wide, bring them in together, and then maybe crisscross in the middle. Out nice and wide, and then switch your crisscross. So now you've got the movement that we're doing. We're going to put a little energy out through the toes. So the legs are active all the way to the ends. Open out nice and wide, and then just alternate your crisscross at the midline. Nice. You're already halfway there. Last 15 seconds. If you feel like you're not getting quite enough work here, pull your abdominal muscles down, lift the chest and chin. Keep that lifted position as you bring the legs in and out. 5 seconds left. And time. Nice job. Roll up to a seated position. Legs are going to be nice and wide out to the edges of our mat. Keep your hips nice and anchored in the ground, hands behind the head. Press your head into your hands, hands into the head. We're going to rotate to the right, side bend to the left, come back up, rotate through center, over to the left, side bend to the right. So that's the movement. We rotate, side bend, and then take it to the other side. Now, if you can, try to keep your hips exactly where they are in space. So we don't want to shift our hips. We want to rotate from the belly button up. So our hips are going to try and stay as anchored as they can. Rotate and side bend. And the easiest way I can say that you can see if your hips are shifting is just kind of keep a bird's eye glance at your feet and your heels. And if your feet and heels are shifting as you rotate, anchor your heels into the ground with a little micro bend in your knees and really get your legs solid on the ground. And then rotate from the torso, add that side bend. Nice. 15 seconds left. And time. Beautiful. Shake out your legs, come all the way up to a standing position. All right, so for this one, we're going to stand with our feet about shoulder width distance apart. We're going to pigeon our toes and our knees in towards each other, and then we're going to find some really good posture. So toes are going to pigeon in, tailbone's going to draw down, and you're going to pull your chin back. So we've got this nice long line of our spine. And once you've got all of that going on, chin's pulled back, tailbone down, toes pigeoned in, bring your hands to your ribs. And we're just going to glide the ribs from side to side. And then watch, make sure that your head doesn't start to come forward and your chest come forward. So tailbone down, chin pulled back, and then just draw the ribs from side to side. And hopefully here, you're feeling that connection point where the side body connects to the hips. So as we glide the ribs from side to side, hopefully you can feel that work in those side muscles, especially that connection point to the hip. We're already halfway there. Just make sure that you're not losing that posture, tailbone down, chin pulled back, gliding the ribs. So we're not side bending, but we're drawing the ribs side to side in a straight line. Nice. Ten seconds left. And time. Woo! Shake out those knees, wiggle out those feet, step your feet super wide, about 3 or 4 feet apart. Take a nice big breath, reach your arms up, and then exhale, reach your hands down to the ground. Take a second here. Shake out your tail, shake out your head, soften your knees, let everything be a little bit loose. Cool, we're gonna walk over towards the right foot, soften your nose towards your knee. Walk over towards your left foot, soften your nose towards your knee. Come back to center. Right hand is going to stay on the ground like it's underneath your nose. So just plant that palm. See if you can keep your hips nice and level. Reach your left hand up towards the sky. Beautiful. Bring that hand down. Line it up underneath your nose. Square up your hips and then take your other hand and reach it up nice and high. Beautiful. Bring that hand down, soften both knees, pull your belly button in, roll all the way up to standing, toe heel your feet in, move that internal external rotation of your feet, give everything a good little shake. And now we're going to take the left arm across the body, plug the shoulder down, take a couple of nods with the head up and down. Nice, and then switch, other arm comes across, drop the shoulder down, move the head up and down. Beautiful, and then let both hands go reaching behind the back, interlace the fingers, draw the knuckles down, squeeze the shoulder blades together, pull your belly in nice and firm, open through the chest, lift your chin, take a nice big breath. Beautiful, and then let all of that go, shake out your arms, wiggle out your legs, grab your Pilates ball if you're sticking around. But if not, I hope your day is awesome. Hey, good. I like to see people wiping sweat off. I feel like sometimes I'm just up here dripping by myself. Bye, Ting. Have an awesome day. Bye, Mara. Have a great day.